Welcome to Spirits Podcast, a boozy dive into mythology, legends, and folklore. Every week we pour a drink and learn about a new story from around the world. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Julia.
And this is episode 169, Coolest Cryptid, live from Los Angeles, California.
This was such a fun game show to do. I think that we can make it even better next time we play it, but I love designing live show games with the help of Eric Silver.
You're extraordinarily good at it, and you make a great duo. And if anyone in or near Texas, or who wants to go to Texas, wants to see us do something amazing live, come to Austin tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. Everything is bigger in Texas, and this is going to be a big session of creepy or cool.
Ooh, what a hint. That's on February 27th, 2020 at 8 p.m. And the link is at multitude.productions/live.
Buy tickets. If we sell it out, Brandon will come out on a horse.
Do you know who would definitely enter any live show they do in like full cowboy regalia?
Is it our new patrons?
Our new patrons, Lacey, Milena, and Yana, you absolutely would. And you join the ranks of our distinguished supporting producer level patrons who can self-identify as either a farmer or a cowman, whatever they want. Philip, Tyree, Megan, Deborah, Molly, Skyla, Samantha, Sammy, Neil, Jessica, and Phil Fresh.
Meanwhile, our legend level patrons are always cowpokes in our heart. Brittany, Josie, Kylie, Morgan, Kylo the Husky, BME Up Scotty, Audra, Chris, Mark, Mr. Folk, Sarah, and Jack Marie.
So amazing. And if y'all were backstage with us at the show, we definitely would have shared a drink with you. Honestly, this time it was just some Miller Lite from the supermarket because our life isn't always glamorous.
Yes, it was, but it was delicious, and that's all that matters.
Listen, a Miller Lite and a shot is honestly all I need in this life.
You know what? It's the best bar special you can possibly get.
I agree. And Julia, tell me, what have you been reading, watching, or listening to this past week?
I've been reading a new book because I'm trying to read more this year. I'm reading a book called An Illusion of Thieves by Cate Glass.
Ooh.
It's very much like Italian Renaissance inspired with sorcerers who everyone thinks are evil and the main character is one. And it's just really fascinating, really interesting. I'm like halfway through and it's turning into a heist and I'm just all about it.
I feel like you find the best crime related books.
I do my best. I love
like
a good
fiction
heist.
with crimes. Yeah.
Magic, crimes, fantasy, Italy, hell yeah, all those things.
Incredible. And if you want to hear us talk about another media series that we really enjoy, Julia, myself, and Eric Silver are going to be on Head, Heart, Gut next month, which is our, of course, multi-crew exclusive show. And I'm not going to spoil exactly what it is. It's Fast and Furious movies, guys. It's Fast and Furious. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
It's all about family and coronas.
Family. Corona. Oh, I can't wait. You can join the multi-crew at multicrew.club for just $5, and then you can get access to Multitude's newest weekly podcast, which is Head, Heart, Gut.
Yeah, Head, Heart, Gut is a lot of fun. If you want to hear us just goofing around and making ridiculous arguments, that is the place to do it.
It's really when we're our most unhinged, but also our best, I think.
It's honestly true.
And at higher levels, you can get like a behind-the-scenes newsletter where we tell you every other week what's going on and do live streams for a certain tier. We send specific glitter pins that are exclusive just to the multi-crew. You can even get your name on the wall of our office forever, for all time, if you join as a Magnificence member. So all that and more is at multicrew.club.
Join the multi-crew. It's so much fun.
Well, I'm not going to keep y'all any longer. So without further ado, enjoy Spirits Podcast, episode 169, nice, Coolest Cryptid, live from Los Angeles, California.
We immediately did not do the seating assignments.
I know, it's fine. We'll make it work, guys. It's the same people as before, but Julia has a different outfit and also a different Eric. I am extremely extra, and I also changed because I am hosting a game show for you all today. Yay! Coolest Cryptid. So the rules of the game are very simple. There are many cryptids and monsters out there in the world, as any of you who have listened to the show are aware. Don't look at it yet. But we at Spirits know they can also be cool as well as creepy. So we are going to be determining who, in fact, is the coolest cryptid or monster. We've created a bracket of 32 creatures, and we will whittle it down to the coolest cryptid out there. Show me the bracket. Ooh. As you can see, it is broken down to yokai, air, water, and land.
Are those the four humors?
Yes.
The four elements.
Long ago in a nation.
Now, Julie, I don't think these are cryptids. It
No.
says cheesesteak,
Yes,
chicken salad.
We were playing a game before. Okay, so the first round, what we're going to do is you guys are going to have a minute per matchup to come to a consensus, and then we are going to have different reasons behind each round to decide who wins that round. Okay?
Okay, so there's not one framing question. We're gonna whittle it down per bracket.
Yes.
Okay.
So the first one is just I'm going to describe the creature to you. You're going to have 1 minute to deliberate, and then we are going to decide who wins that round.
We're just going coolest by the gut.
Coolest by the gut.
Okay.
Can me and Amanda make some like early calls?
You know what? Go ahead. Go
Okay,
go
I'm
wild.
a big fan of Boobery.
Okay.
I love my brother and me up in the top right.
Yeah. Excellent.
And Jerf.
Okay.
I'm gonna really have to dwell on Jerf here. Why,
Sure.
whence, wherefore. And I'm intrigued by salmon.
It's actually one of your good friends, but we'll see about it later. All right. So, Misha, can we zoom in on yokai first, please? All
She's
right.
standing in the booth, everybody.
Thank you, Misha. All right. So our first pair up is Makagara Gaishi versus Basan. So Makagara Gaishi is also known as the pillow flipper. They take the form of a child spirit that appears in bedrooms at night and will pull pranks on the inhabitants, namely flipping their pillow and placing it by their feet insteed of their head.
Oh, I thought you meant like flipping over the pillow so you can sleep on the cool side,
No.
like rational humans do.
No, this is a yokai. There's no rationality behind it.
Okay.
And they're up against the Basan, which is basically just a very brightly colored rooster that can also spit fire out of its mouth. It's also known as the basa basa, which is the sound that it makes when it flaps its wings.
Oh,
When startled, they will vanish into thin air.
amazing.
Okay.
I feel like that is a great cryptid to have on your team. Make a bang, and then a quick getaway.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I think the first one is very cool,
Yeah.
but it's not that cool. Like,
Okay.
it's just like kind of like, it's great for those like occasional nights where you end up flipped in your bed, which doesn't happen a lot to me, but every so often, you're just like, why over this way?
What?
As we know, Eric is a sleepwalker.
Eric is quite haunted.
Yep, super haunted.
That hasn't
Very
happened.
concerned.
That hasn't happened in a very long time. It happened once in college in a lofted bed. Don't know how I managed that.
Oh,
one.
boy.
Very impressed. Very impressed with myself. In the
I
morning.
worry about
Also
you in your
confused.
sleep.
Yeah. I think we're agreed on the
Okay,
on the box.
so it's gonna be Boston.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so next up, we have the Amazaki Baba, who is a, basically she's indistinguishable from an ordinary old lady, but she will come to your door asking for a drink of sake. If you answer her, whether it is yes or no, you will fall terribly ill. But if you hang a sign on your door saying, "We don't like sake here," she'll leave you alone.
So many old lady cryptids are just asking you questions, and if you answer them at all, you're dead.
Yep, that's true. And she is actually up against another old lady cryptid, the giant disembodied head of an old lady who will float through villages, causing mischief by blowing people's umbrellas out of their hands or otherwise delighting in scaring people.
And she's visible?
She is.
I'm leaning towards the second one.
Okay,
That's
okay.
just generally cooler.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to hang up a sign that says "We don't like sake here."
I feel like that's just asking for people not to bring you sake to your door.
Exactly that. Yeah.
But they could bring like whiskey.
That's true. I did, however, just get a real brain blast of an idea
Okay.
for like almost like an adult scouts program, only you go door to door selling sake and Girl Scout cookies.
Excellent.
Just a real combo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who do we decide on?
I'm going with the
Okubi?
second one. A giant floating head is much cooler.
All right,
Big
Okubi
head.
it is.
Big head.
All right, we're moving on to the next one, which is Yama Oroshi, is a meadow grater which has been improperly cared for and has grown too dull to grate anything. It sprouts a body, and then the dull slicers of the grater stick out like spines from its head, and it ends up resembling a porcupine.
This might just be a phrasing question.
Uh-huh.
It sprouts a body.
Yes.
This indicates that the grater is now its head.
Yes. Oh no, the greater is I guess so.
Or do
sprouts limbs?
limbs come from the center
I think
of the
limbs
greater?
is probably more accurate in this situation.
Can you run me
Neither's
through-
good.
Yeah.
Neither's a great situation, but I just
No.
wanted to visualize what we're... Just like a cheese grater? What kind of grater?
Like
a box grater thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a box grater.
And can you run me again? So the holes come out like porcupine quills?
Yeah. The little slices. Okay. And they're up against, let's see, the Namahage, which they are a oni that has red or blue skin, wild hair and eyes, large mouths full of sharp teeth, and they have horns sprouting out of their foreheads, obviously, of course. Yes. It's a genre instead of an individual.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
on the first full moon of the new year, they will visit villages and threaten children and new brides by brandishing knives at them.
Why? What'd they do?
So they're apparently sent by the gods to warn and chastise people who have been lazy or wicked.
Like children?
Yes.
And new
Do your
brides.
chores, children.
The
God.
two laziest groups.
Julia,
Newlyweds.
as a recent bride yourself,
Yes.
after wedding planning, are you just like, fuck it?
Yes.
Just like stop.
Yes, you
Duh.
are.
Yeah.
100%.
I feel like you don't
That's
deserve
why I need to
punishment.
be threatened by knives, I guess.
I feel like you don't deserve punishment for that.
Okay.
However, first one, terrifying.
Okay.
Here's why I like the first one more.
Yeah,
In
okay.
terms of coolest script.
Okay.
This
That's
is
true. That's
this
true.
is the first time we've dealt with an inanimate object
Yeah.
being the monster.
Yeah.
And that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Most of them are like, it's a bird, it's an old lady. These are living things that have taken on a weird
Vibe.
affect. Like a guy with a top hat in college.
Seriously, everyone has a handlebar mustache now. Why?
This is a cheese grater
Yeah.
that is now running at you.
I do feel like it's
and
also
I hate it, but it is cooler than the other thing, I think.
It's also a very useful reminder that should you ever find yourself on the hit Food Network show Chopped, that the most common injuries are sustained from the mandolin and the box grater.
It's not wrong. All right, so which way did we decide
We're going
on?
with
All right.
the grater.
Awesome.
The grater man.
Yamauroshi. Awesome. So the next one we're going to talk about is Takayashi Hime, who is a sorceress who raised an army of yokai and attempted to conquer Japan. She was said to ride into battle on the top of a giant toad and is the master of frog magic, whatever the fuck that is.
That one. That one.
Well, let me tell you about Ibn Dutara. Ibn Dutara is one thick trunk-like leg and a single saucer-like eye.
Where is the eye on the leg?
It doesn't matter. It is a shy yokai. It tends to stay away from inhabited areas. It moves around by hopping or by somersaulting. However, once a year they do grow violent and they will stomp you to death.
Whoever's closest?
Yep, just whoever crosses past this.
Okay.
This is why it's shy.
This seems to me like a yokai who just needs to live their life.
Yeah.
I don't need to go bothering them. That's fine. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Frog Queen, I think.
right.
Yeah,
Cool,
that
cool,
sounds very good.
She
Sounds
was
great.
the number one seat in this
Yeah, I
one.
mean-
Yeah.
All right, can we move on to the next one, Misha? All right, we're in the air section now. Who's ready for this shit? All right, that's my last page.
So
for
we're
some
asking
reason.
who the airbender is of this
Yes,
round.
this is the airbender.
Excellent. Good.
So your first one here is going to be Baz Selik, who is a powerful, evil winged man whose soul is not held in his body, kind of like our good friend from Russian mythology.
Yeah.
And
Crochet the Deathless.
Crochet the Deathless. And he can be subdued only by making him suffer from dehydration. So he's from a famous Serbian myth.
Interesting. When you said Boz, I did think about Boz Lerman, who I bet also can only be brought down by dehydration. That's fair.
I was going to say this is a Star Wars character.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But Boz is up against the Jersey Devil, who you may have heard of. If not, it's a legendary creature that is said to live in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. It's often described as being a flying biped with hooves, but there are many variations. Some say it's like kangaroo-like. Others will say it is like a goat meets dragon kind of situation.
Yep.
But either way, leathery bat wings, horns, small arms with clawed hands, legs with cloven hooves, forked tail. It is described usually as moving quickly and emitting a high-pitched, blood-curdling scream.
At all times.
At all times. Constantly.
That is kind of my internal monologue, I think, if you could project it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eric, what are your thoughts here? I'm torn.
Winged sorcerer,
Yeah.
screaming devil.
Very, very cool. The Jersey Devil I've seen a lot on YouTube.
Yeah.
As
He ends
one
up
does.
there pretty regularly.
Yes, he's pretty famous.
Never
on there.
been very impressed with the low quality Jersey Devil videos I've seen.
Yeah.
But I have nothing to compare them against.
I thought you were calling
So-
the Jersey Devil low quality. I was like, listen, fair
Very
enough.
high quality man.
Can I confirm with my sports consultant, my honey, is the Jersey Devil, is that a hockey team? Is that
Yes,
right?
yes, it is.
Can confirm.
Excellent. Those fans suck. So I'm going to go against the Jersey Devil on this one.
So we're going for Boz. All right,
Stephen Penn
Boz.
Station,
Big Boz.
drunk, no thank you.
All right, so now we get to talk about the Boobry, which is a mythological shapeshifter from the Lochs of Scotland. Often it'll take the shape of a local water bird, like a great northern diver, which is like a large, like diving bird. It'll prey on livestock when the livestock is being transported via ship. It'll just like sneak on, like grab them.
That sucks. Don't prey on livestock.
Well, it needs to eat.
Fair. I am
Also,
mostly...
only when they're on a ship?
Yeah.
They're just in a field that's
Well,
not
because
getting
it's a
picking them up?
water. It's a water.
Oh, because it's out there. It's
water
out there on the
thing.
wall.
Yes.
Well, it says it here.
Kind of. It'll
Life.
during that it will take the form of a large insect and then suck blood from those creatures.
Don't like that
However,
one.
it does love otters. They're just buddies.
And who doesn't? Who doesn't? They're great.
But the Boobry is up against Mothman, who you may have heard about. Sexy Mothman. Thank you all. West Virginia
Don't
folklore.
like that that's become part of the brand.
Too bad.
I was very fine with the spaghetti stuff. Very
Sure.
funny, lighthearted. I don't like that we've like found a weird, sexy Mothman.
Eric, what about the carnal sexuality of the Mothman?
That's explicitly the stuff I don't like.
Giant Mothman creature, seen before a great tragedy, usually. Sexy man with 10-foot wings. So Boobry or Mothman, guys?
So if I'm thinking about like your coolest friend, like who looks best in a leather jacket? Right?
Yes.
Like who, if you go to a bar, will have the most interesting people come up to you, buy you drinks, and then you're like, bye, and then they're like, okay, I guess, and respect your boundaries and leave. I feel like Mothman is gonna get me into cooler situations, let me into clubs, is what people do with their friends. I
Yeah,
don't know.
sure.
That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also with Mothman. He's a Midwestern guy like me.
Of course. Right on that border of Ohio and West
Exactly,
Virginia.
yeah.
Yeah.
important.
Okay.
All right, so we're now gonna pit the Alkanos, who you may remember from our Russian bird ladies episode.
Ooh, love a bird husband.
She is a woman-headed bird that makes such a beautiful song that if you hear it, you forget everything you know and want nothing more ever again.
That sounds so great.
She's also said to lay her eggs on a beach, and when they roll into the sea, they hatch during a thunderstorm, which is created by the turbulency.
That's
Fucking
very cool.
metal.
That's
I love
very
that.
cool. Very cool.
And they're up against the cockatrice, which is a two-legged dragon or a serpent with a rooster's head. Sometimes they, are also known as a basilisk. And they can kill people just by touching or breathing on them.
Did also petrify Crookshanks, which I don't
Yes.
love.
Not great.
Not Crookshanks, Mrs. Norris.
All the other people. Also
Thank you.
humans.
I could feel you almost correcting me, and I really appreciate that you did it. Very kind of you.
Also humans.
Also humans.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna go with potential bird spouse.
Yeah.
Alkanost? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
The thunder egg thing is very cool.
It
Like
is very
imagine baby turtles hatching could be more amazing and majestic. Thunder in the background.
Yeah.
There,
Love it.
yeah. Really cinematic.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
Incredible.
So now we're gonna pit the Swan Maiden, who is a European folklore character that can transform into a swan or a human form. In order to transform, they need to have a swan skin, much like a selkie, or a piece of clothing with swan feathers attached.
A nice cloak.
Quite fashion, super fashion,
High
Into
fashion.
it.
Very
All
much.
right. And then they are up against La Lechuza, which is a witch from Texas and Mexican folklore. It said that they can transform into a giant monstrous barn owl, 7 feet tall with a 15-foot wingspan.
Incredible.
Very large.
Thank you. You may remember her. We talked about her on the
Yeah.
podcast. And she uses this form to take revenge on people who have wronged her, specifically, or abusers in general.
I want more of that in the world.
Okay.
Both
about
seem
you.
cool. Both
Yeah.
seem cool. Fashion from the first one.
Yeah.
General good vibes from the second one.
Yeah.
I defer to you. I like them both a lot.
I did just see Birds of Prey, which involves a lot of both. But I feel like I gotta go with anti-abuser giant owl.
All right.
What
Social
more could you want?
justice. Woo!
Incredibly good.
All right, awesome. Well, we're going to move on to the next segment. Oh, thank you. Already there. All right. So the first one up is Mokale Mbembe, or Mbembam, as you called it before.
There's Griffin. There's Travis.
Griffin.
There's Justin.
Griffin, mythological creature.
Yes. Travis,
true.
the name of a mythological creature, I bet, if you do the letters.
I mean, there is one literally called Jerf on here, so like you're good.
Cannot wait for Jerf.
Okay.
Cannot express enough how excited I am to talk about Jerf.
I saved Jerf for last. Don't worry.
Backstage, Eric did say to me, "Now, Amanda, we can't dwell too long on Jerf."
All right. So from
gonna-
the Congo River Basin, its name means one who stops the flow of rivers.
Oh.
It is referred to as a half elephant, half dragon, and is said to also resemble a brontosaurus. It is known to attack hippos, which nothing fucking does. Nothing fucks with hippos.
They kill more than any more people in the Amazon.
That
Not
is
the Amazon. In
Nope.
Africa.
Yep.
Hippos kill most people. Not
Yes,
lions.
that's true.
They run them over. They just trample them.
What?
Yeah. Also, big.
Yeah, so
bites.
this is what happens. This is what happens. Real. This is true. Because the hippos make the paths, because they just stomp over all the grass.
Sure.
People then use the paths, and the hippos continue to use the paths, and they're much bigger.
Yes. Not wrong.
Could have done without knowing that one.
It's good information to have, though.
So.
Yes.
Great. They're up against the Kraken, which, again, may have heard of it. Large cephalopod sea monster from Scandinavian lore. Is it a squid? Is it an octopus? Who can really say? Enjoys terrorizing sailors off the coast of Greenland and Norway.
And getting 16-year-old Julia and Amanda far too rum drunk.
So, rum drunk.
I'm voting against Kraken just because of the rum.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
Kraken rum is why I don't drink rum.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's a rough
true.
living you got there.
Does remind me of one of Julia's most elegant moments, which is as we're bicycling home, rum drunk. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how detailed can I get here?
I don't know.
1. It's a 1.
Okay. And pausing briefly on her bicycle to take care of some necessities, and then continuing on, nary a hair out of place.
See, you're making it sound like I shit myself in it.
An extremely elegant vomit into the bush.
And then continued on.
And continue on with her day. It's incredible.
Definitely didn't shit myself.
I'm gonna say she didn't. I'm gonna say no Kraken for that
All
reason.
right, cool. So the next set is a stellar sea ape, which is said to be observed by German zoologist George Steller.
Wait, can I stop you before you tell us? What do you think Steller's sea ape is? I think venereal disease.
A bold but like not wrong choice.
Right? Right? You say Steller's sea ape. Like,
I mean, I just imagine it's like Donkey Kong and like those terrible water levels.
yes.
Okay, it's honestly pretty close.
Okay.
So it is a creature with a dog-like head, long drooping whiskers, an elongated but fat body, a thick coat of fur, no limbs, 2 tail fins like a shark, and said had eyes that were inquisitive like an ape. Hence the name.
See,
It's just a northern fur seal. This guy's just bad at identifying creatures. I don't know.
1. This isn't a cryptid.
This one.
This is just a seal. 2, and more importantly, the eyes are how it got the name ape.
Yep.
Like, of all the parts of that, they're like, well, the eyes were very ape-like, so I'll name it the sea ape.
'Twas so inquisitive.
There's so many other parts about
Like,
them
I
that are
don't
like
know,
other
people-
animals.
Yeah.
Are people not just apes, Samantha?
It's true, dude.
Yeah. And then so that's up against the bunyip, which is a mythical creature from Australia that could be found in swamps, waterholes, billabongs. Some stories say that they closely resemble a walking starfish, while others say it looks like a long-necked wet bulldog.
In high school, I could also be found in Billabong quite often.
Yeah, same.
That's a PacSun joke for everybody. Remember PacSun? What a great store.
I did get distracted. Is a billabong a thing? Is that
Yes,
what it's named after?
it
What,
is.
what does that mean?
It's like a bog.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That makes it a lot cooler to me.
Yes.
Than a place my brother briefly worked and then was fired from for flirting too often.
Which brother?
The youngest one.
It's
The
not
youngest
Connor.
one. The youngest
It's
one.
definitely Austin.
Yes, yes.
All right. They also eat crayfish and sometimes humans.
Big range.
Sometimes.
Big
yeah.
range.
Yeah, really.
Range.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on how the description is either What, a seal with a long neck? Was that it?
Bulldog with a long neck.
Bulldog with a long
That's
neck.
wet.
Or a starfish. Those are different shapes.
Those are historically different shapes.
I like the bunyip though.
Okay.
The other thing is just it's just a seal.
Yeah.
We've determined it's not a cryptid, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. But also I like a nice smushy faced dog. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
I will say I'm getting a very bi energy from the bunyip.
Is it because of Billabong?
I think it is because of Billabong.
It's just like a lady wearing board shorts.
Yeah. Precisely, Julia,
Oh,
yes.
you mean me age 13 to 16?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
And like trying to rock a shell necklace, being too scared, taking a photo of yourself, putting it on LiveJournal, but not wearing it outside the house. This guy.
So the Loch Ness Monster.
Excellent.
You might know Nessie. Fun fact, the first Nessie sighting was probably in the 1870s, but it really caught public attention starting in the early 1930s.
Wow.
Yeah, fun fact. And so
Yeah.
they're up against the Encantado, which is a South American river dolphin that was said to change into a human form on rare evenings. In human form, they would still have their blowhole, so they had to wear a hat to hide it, you know, like you do. And they typically showed up to parties to seduce humans and had an incredible gift of music.
did it?
Thank you. I write facts solely to get a huh.
I have one. When I thought of, I don't think about this often, but, or ever, I should be clear. I've
you about to
never
be like,
thought about this
dolphin
until this
sexy?
moment. No, not that.
Okay.
Not that at all. I think about that all the time.
Sure.
Because it has a blowhole,
Yeah.
with now the blowhole ends up on the top of its head.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about
I
that.
was
It'd be
thinking it
the
would be
shoulder
on.
blades.
Yes, exactly.
it would
That's
be.
the thing that I was thinking about.
It
Well,
would
like,
be.
think of how a dolphin's head is shaped. We're gonna go on a tangent for a
Yeah,
second here. The crown of the dolphin head is where the
No,
blowhole
I
is.
definitely acknowledge that it makes sense now that I'm being told
Okay.
it. But like, if I had to think, I go, oh no, that would go more. Like,
Yeah.
it just seems odd to be up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like if
But
you stretch the
it does
head
make
out-
sense.
Yeah.
No, it makes sense.
Okay.
It's
I
just
picture
weird.
dolphin standing up.
Okay.
And then face is where dolphin throat currently is, which is terrifying and wrong.
It's like a Disney character. One
Yeah.
of those suited characters.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
like that. Don't
So,
like that imagery.
So we all know that being mysterious can be cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like if you're like the cool mysterious person, like, oh, what's that person up
Yeah.
here? They're very cool. Is Nessie that kind of mysterious?
I think
Because she's just kind of there every so often in a blurry photo, but is it like just extreme shyness or is it mysteriousness?
I feel like it's extremely mysterious. Like everybody that the Encantado would like have sex with would be like, guys, like this amazing woman got away, and like it would be the most mysterious legacy. And then sometimes maybe somebody would put it together and be like, guys, you just turned to a dolphin, and everyone's like, okay, guys. And it's just a very mysterious and cool legacy.
Yes.
that's a great excuse for getting ghosted.
Yeah,
Really, genuinely very good.
you got dolphined, and that's not your fault.
So, are we going Nessie or are we going Encantado?
Dolphining is when you go and then you leave.
Shit. Why?
Like at the door? Like,
Yeah. No,
that's
it's more of a
Venus
metaphor.
slam?
It's like you have a brief and memorable interaction, and then below the waves.
The audience did not get that one from you. All right. So, Nessie or Encantado?
Encantado.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. We're going to move on to the Bakakujiro, which you guys might know. Yeah, ghost whale from Japan. A ghostly whale that sometimes appears on misty nights accompanied by strange birds and fish.
I
Very
prefer
cool.
From Pool Party of the Join the Party
Sure.
franchise.
And then, of course, there's the salmon of knowledge. It's been so long since
The
we
salmon
talked
of
about the salmon of
knowledge.
knowledge.
So sad.
From Irish mythology, it is a salmon that ate 9 hazelnuts that fell into the well of wisdom and thus gained all the knowledge in the world. And if you eat it, you gain that knowledge. The stakes are high.
What's
Didn't know
cooler?
hazelnuts grew in Ireland.
I guess so.
Why are we drinking from the well instead of going 3 energy levels deep into the salmon?
Maybe it's like one of those things where it's like the salmon is diluting it ever so slightly. Like if you drank from the well, just go
die.
insane.
You
yeah,
can't
yeah,
have
something
yeah.
like that. But
Fair.
the salmon, delicious. And also all the wisdom in the world.
I have
The
been,
best meal ever.
That's true. I have been making a lot of Chris Morocco's miso maple salmon glaze from the Bon Appetit kitchen. So
Sponsor us.
I don't know. I just want to talk to them, Julie. I just want to hang out. That's all I need.
That's fine.
I don't know if that makes me more or less likely to choose the salmon of knowledge, because
Mm-hmm.
then I might want to eat him.
A good
I mean, I
friend will let
definitely
you
want
eat him. Yes.
I don't know. Is it?
But then
is
I know
it-
too much. I already
Yeah.
know too much. I don't
Okay.
want to know anything else.
Yeah.
Are we going Baka Kujira then?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goes
Yeah.
well.
Nice goes well.
All right.
Learning
awesome.
isn't cool.
Yo, fuck
Drop
learning.
out. Smoke weed.
Thank you. Jesus. Don't listen to our advice on this podcast. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Bigfoot. Do I really have to explain Bigfoot to you guys? We're
No.
good? All right, cool. Thank you.
We're good.
All right. So Bigfoot is up against the Kubutero, which is a Dutch spirit similar to a leprechaun. They're said to live in tiny mushrooms, and they, when they're used in modern iconography in the Netherlands, it's a representation for psychedelic drugs.
Nice.
In the stories, they wear little red hats and will help around the home, but they're said to be shy. And there are stories of them punishing humans for spying on them while they work.
I mean, don't spy on people who are working.
It's like a over.
What do they do?
Just help around.
Okay. Like middle
Just help out.
management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like
But
you
they
can't
are
micromanage
so
them.
high
Yes,
every time.
they're high all the time, and you cannot micromanage them.
That sounds so cool.
Very cool.
Cooler than Bigfoot, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Also,
This is going way different than I thought it would.
real easy to sneak with you and sneak in places with you.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Next up is the Loveland Frog. Shout out, Ohio.
Yes.
What up? So they are large humanoid-looking frogs that were first spotted in Loveland, Ohio. Man is freaking out. In
Trying to figure
1955.
out how exactly they are humanoid, and I don't know if I want to continue down this train of thought.
Is it what's the Looney Tunes frog? What's that guy?
The Hello, My Baby, Hello, My Honey guy? Yeah.
Thank you for doing it instead of
You're
me.
welcome.
What's his name? He's got a silly name.
Anyone know? No?
Damn.
All right,
Asking
cool.
the wrong person.
Yeah, okay.
now.
So a local man reported seeing 3 frog-like men with leathery skin, webbed hands, and feet on the side of the road. A businessman watching the figures converse for a while, and then one of the creatures held out a wand over its head and sprayed a bunch of sparks, startling the observer and making him flee the scene.
I know what this is.
Yeah.
This is a hobo who has watched 3 kids play with sparklers.
Oh no! But he was a businessman.
The businessman was the one that got scared.
Yes.
I have no idea.
Okay. And he's up against the Leshy, which is a Russian forest spirit who has the ability to change shape at will, as well as height and size. He will lead travelers astray if they disrespect his forest, but is also known to take care of children abandoned by their family in the woods. He looks kind of like a super moss-covered just dude.
I'm into him.
Yeah.
More
And
than
here-
the magic frog.
Yeah. and
Okay, interesting.
And here's why. Here's why.
Give it to me.
He could change height. Very cool. I had to take a 5-hour flight over here, and the leg room is not enough. But if you could and my girlfriend does not have this problem.
Yeah.
She's 5'3".
Yes. I understand.
And if you could just get short, you never have to upgrade your seat again.
It's true.
I
just
love
get
that.
tall,
That's
reach
very cool to me from an economic standpoint.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think that is pretty. I was going to say there's nothing cooler than
a magic frog.
hospitality.
Okay. I just do not understand how this is going the way it is, but okay.
You got to keep each other guessing, Julia. We're 22 years deep into this friendship. You
Also,
just
I
gotta...
just like a guy in a ghillie suit. So,
Yeah.
like, I just like...
That's basically what he is.
Yeah, I just
All
like
right.
And also, isn't it great to know that if you come across like somebody in need in your travels, that you're not the friend who's responsible for it?
Yeah.
That would be a weight off my back, and irresponsibility is also cool.
All right, let's get up to the real moment
Here
here,
we go.
for you
Okay.
guys.
Can't
So
wait.
we got the bugbear, which is a type of hobgoblin. Typically, you find them in Europe. They were depicted as being creepy bears that would lurk at the edge of forests, threatening to steal badly behaved children away.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, not good, but
And then
but I understand for it.
and then we have Jerf. So Jerf is from.
Okay, this is the Julia
Do you wanna
shared.
guess?
Julia shared like a few of these a while ago, and I was like, I cannot wait to find out about Jerf.
Do we want to try and guess what Jerf is?
I would very much.
Go ahead.
Jerf is a drug dealer
We already covered that.
who is extremely into playing Donkey Kong with the high schoolers he deals LSD to.
Jerf is he looks like a rodent. And he's like this tall.
Yeah.
And I got nothing more about him.
Okay.
Honestly, closest.
Jerf is the dust left at the end of a box of cereal that spills over into your milk and ruins the whole bowl.
So Jerf is.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Jerf is from Scandinavian folklore.
Okay.
He has many names. He's also known as the Gulan, but I picked
What are
Jerf.
the other names?
Gulan, but I
Gulan?
picked Jerf because Jerf.
Yeah.
He is a dog-cat-fox hybrid, and he is the symbol of gluttony. When he kills its prey, he will gorge himself until he's unable to eat anymore, at which point he will squeeze himself between trees to make more room in his stomach, and then continue to feed.
Can you
I kind of prefer the drug dealer.
just read it one more? Just like quick, because I feel like that I've wanted to ask for rereads before, but I feel like on this one we just need to hear it once more.
Dog-cat-fox hybrid.
Right, the sequel to
No,
Cat
I'm
Dog.
out. I'm out.
Symbol of
I'm Mark
gluttony.
Cuban and I'm out. This is not happening.
It will kill its prey and gorge itself on it until it's unable to eat anymore, and then it will squeeze itself between trees to make more room in its stomach, and then continue to
I don't
feed.
like it.
Okay. How do we feel about it compared to Creepy Bear that steals children away?
Fine.
Also,
Fine. Upstanding citizen.
you know what? Here's I don't love the bear stealing people. And I want to be very clear. I don't think that is cool while we're trying to figure out what the coolest one of these is. But I don't even know what Jerf is up to. Like, I understand it's weird eating ritual, but like, why is it doing any of that? It's just so gluttonous. It just needs to time to go again. Like, I don't like that at all.
Maybe Jerf needs some support for disordered eating. That's
Yeah.
fine. I support him.
Yeah.
But he needs to focus on himself right now and not being my
Yeah.
coolest friend.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Which one did we go with?
Not Jerf.
Not Jerf.
Jerf is
Bugbear,
not
all
Jerf.
right.
Bugbear.
I'm so glad that went the way I thought it would. All right, the last matchup we have is the Bao Jiao Gui, which is also known as the banana ghost in Chinese folklore.
I'm down. That one.
I'm so in.
She is a ghost who lives in banana trees and often can be found wailing underneath it. It said if you ask her for the winning lottery numbers through a ritual, you can get them. But if you
Cool.
don't complete it properly, you die a painful death.
That sounds right. That sounds like a good puritanical consequence for gambling.
And then we
Really
have
does.
the Cluricon, which is a mischievous fairy from Irish folklore. It's usually conflated with the leprechaun. He's known for his great love of drinking and a tendency to haunt breweries, pubs, and wine cellars.
Sounds way too much like so many of my relatives.
Yep.
Yeah. That's just an Irishman.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the first one because what was the last thing about him?
The lottery numbers, but you have to perform
Yeah,
the ritual
I like
correctly.
the big go big or go home.
Okay.
Double or nothing every time.
It's
Yeah,
like respect
yeah.
the boundaries of your friendship.
yeah.
And then you get winning lottery numbers.
exactly.
A win-win, honestly. So Banana Ghost? All right.
Banana Ghost.
Banana
Also, he
Ghost.
probably knows how just have a good weekend in Vegas.
She probably does.
Probably
Yeah.
just hang.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Can I try something?
Yes.
Do. Banana ghost.
I like it.
Try it again. Do. Great. Yes! Thank you so much.
Just made her night. Fuck.
Ugh.
All right.
So, Amanda, when we were recording this episode live in Los Angeles, we needed to feed a bunch of people who are going to be performing in front of a bunch of other people. And so naturally, we hit up DoorDash.
We did. We got some absolutely amazing hot chicken and waffles from a place in the neighborhood. And that's what I love about DoorDash is that it connects both local restaurants near you with other things like national chains. So if you really need to get like your favorite go-to lunch special at your office, your house, or in another city, you know exactly where to go. It's DoorDash.
Yeah, and ordering is super easy. All you have to do is open up the DoorDash app, you choose what you want to eat, in our situation, hot chicken, and then your food is delivered to you wherever you are, in which case, a theater in Los Angeles. It's not just your favorite pizza joint, it's also 310,000 restaurants that are partnered in over 4,000 cities, so you might just find a new favorite if you search on the DoorDash app. And with door-to-door delivery in all 50 states, in Puerto Rico, in Canada, in Australia, you can order all of your local go-tos, or you can choose your favorite national chains, like, I don't know, Cheesecake Factory. Hey, what's up, Amanda?
Yeah, or Chipotle, which is, I feel like, the most energy per dollar possible for, to-go food.
As long as you don't spend extra on guac. But with DoorDash, you never have to worry about your next meal. You just have to order through DoorDash. And right now, our listeners can get $5 off their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the promo code CREEPY.
That is a new promo code. Enter the code CREEPY at checkout to get $5 off your first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app from the App Store.
Yep, again, that's the code CREEPY for $5 off your first order with DoorDash.
Julia, we are also sponsored this week by a service that genuinely really, really helps me both when I'm traveling and here at home. As a, person who is self-employed and has erratic hours sometimes, we perform at night or we're recording like late at night to talk to Garth Nix in Australia. I don't know. BetterHelp is how I stay connected with my mental health and with my therapist. They are the world's largest counseling service, and they've invited us in this ad spot to talk about your mental health and how to reach out and get help.
Yeah, you wouldn't hesitate to go to a doctor for professional care if you, say, broke your arm, so your mental health deserves the same attention. So BetterHelp is here to assess your needs and match you with your own counselor from their network of licensed, accredited, and board-certified therapists.
And I can tell you from personal experience that you can start communicating with your therapist in under 24 hours. It's just like traditional therapy in that you can, have a phone call or a video call with your therapist, but you're also able to send them messages off hours. So I know that I often think throughout the week, like, oh, wait, I want to talk about this in therapy. So instead, I can just send a note and be like, either, write down the question or the insight that I had and correspond with my therapist that way. Or I can just make a note and say like, hey, I want to talk about this. And then we do when we have our call.
Yeah, and I know with the amount of traveling we do and stuff like that, like you said, not being limited to the same day every time or in that 9 to 5 range where everyone is usually working is really, really helpful.
Yeah, you can schedule in the app with a calendar, and that is honestly the biggest anxiety win of being I will schedule this not on the phone as I stare at my calendar. So BetterHelp is committed to facilitating these great therapeutic matches, and it makes it easy and free to change counselors if you need to, which is awesome. It's also more affordable than a lot of traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is also available. But either way, you can get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/spirits. That's BetterHelp.com/spirits.
Yep, betterhelp.com/spirits.
And finally, Julia, another just absolute go-to in managing a small business with a lot of stuff to do, it's HoneyBook. I actually recommended this to a friend recently who have just gone from having a full-time job to being a full-time consultant. And they were like, I need to do invoices and also keep track of that somehow. I want the least annoying software possible to do that. And I was like, honestly, girl, you got to check out HoneyBook. They are an online business management tool that organizes all that stuff, invoicing, contracts, bookings, client communications, all in one place. And my favorite feature, I say it every time, but it is true, is that it connects with software you already use, like Excel, MailChimp, QuickBooks, and Google Suite. It's clutch.
Yeah, honestly, I've heard from you and I've heard from other creators that HoneyBook is so, so helpful in managing all of that kind of stuff.
They also have e-signatures. We just had to sign a 4-way new host agreement for Join the Party, and getting everybody to sign a PDF was extremely easy because HoneyBook lets you do very easy e-signatures and other kind of tools and automations to save you time and get you paid faster. Right now, HoneyBook's offering all of our listeners half off your first year when you visit honeybook.com/spirits. That's flexible, so it applies both to monthly and annual plans, which is awesome. At honeybook.com/spirits, get half off your first year.
Yep, that's honeybook.com/spirits.
And now let's get back to the show.
So we're on to round 2. And what we're going to do is I want 10 words from each of you arguing what side you want to win.
Okay.
Okay? Only 10
Which
words.
of the yokai water, air, land?
Yes. So we're on the second round. That means we have 16 choices.
Cool.
All right.
Excellent.
And I have them written down. So the first one up is the Basan, which is the fire-breathing rooster.
Yes.
good.
Versus the Ukubi, which is the
Big floating head.
disembodied head. Yes.
Yeah.
So 10 words. Which do you think is going to win? Or should win?
Big head mode. NBA Jam. GoldenEye.
All right.
Awesome.
All right. Okay, Amanda.
Okay. I just want to get old enough, be big head.
Excellent. Okubi wins. Great. All right. So the next one up is the Yamaro Orochi, which you may remember is the porcupine, the metal porcupine.
Incredible.
And that is up against Takayashi Hime, which is the toad sorceress.
Ooh.
10 words.
Frog lady. Very cool. Lots of powers.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go with sharpen your knives and also your graters, please and thanks.
Ooh. See, Amanda's argument better.
I mean, take it. By
All
all
right.
means. By all means.
All right, Yamaoroshi going through to the next round. Not how I saw that one going. All right.
I just feel
I
guilty
do
every time I do use my knives that I'm probably not sharpening them often enough.
Yes, that's fair. An anxiety that we all have.
Yes.
All right. So next up is
How do you
Baz-
sharpen a grater though? Like that would be so challenging. Fuck.
So the next one is Baz Salik, which is the winged sorcerer dude.
Yes.
Versus sexy Mothman.
Okay, I really have to make sure I use these 10
what was
words
a bit
right.
more about Boz?
hold on.
There was another.
So powerful evil winged man who cannot be held, like his soul is not in his body. He can only be subdued via dehydration.
Okay.
Just like Baz Luhrmann, that's right.
Thanks, guys.
I owe it to Callum to vote for Hottie Mothman.
Gotcha.
Mothman. Good for Ohio. Good for West Virginia. 2020.
Mothman it is. Love
Oh, very good.
it. Next is the Alkanost, which is the singing pretty bird lady.
Yes.
Versus La Lechuza, which is the avenging bird lady.
Big bird lady round.
Big bird lady round.
That's true. Honestly, I feel like either bird lady is a win for spirits.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's true.
Which one do you like, Julia?
See, Amanda reacted very strongly to the, ooh, well, if I could just forget all of my problems by listening to a hot bird lady sing, I could live that life.
That sounds like a blissful death.
Sound good?
That sounds good.
All right, Alkanost it is. All right, next one is the Babim Bam one.
Yeah.
Versus the Bunyip, which is the wet bulldog or starfish.
Yeah.
That's too challenging for me.
But not the Brontosaurus?
Love Brontosaurus. Brontosaurus real, despite what briefly 1
10
year of
words.
science had to tell us.
10 words.
Sorry, I was editorializing.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Bunyip. Bunyip. Cool swamp.
Cool
Stuff.
swamp, bro.
Cool swamp. Get out of my swamp, doggy. Bunyip. There we go. Select reference. The internet loves it.
Excellent.
You're going Bunyip? All right,
That's
great.
it.
Glad we could agree. The next one is the Encantado versus our good friend the Bakugujiro, the ghost whale.
What was the Encantado? I remember really liking
Singing
it.
dolphin.
Singing dolphin. Blowhole on top of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very mysterious. What's under the hat?
It seems hot.
Seems hot. Swiped left on Tinder.
Great.
That was 12, but
I
good
don't
enough.
care. I'll take it.
Okay. Tale as old as time. Song as old as dolphin.
Very good,
I
gang.
was gonna stick the landing there, y'all. Didn't think about the word count.
All right. Next up is the Kabuter versus the Leshy. So that's the psychedelic mushroom one.
Yeah.
Versus the guy in a ghillie suit.
Love guy in ghillie suit.
Ghillie suit. 5 words.
I'm getting just very strong Dumbledore with put her outer vibes from this whole ghillie suit, sparkler, scaring situation. And anyone who scares the Dudleys, the Vernon Dursleys of the world is a friend of mine.
Okay. That was too many words.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say Mossman
Mossman.
better than Mothman.
Better than Mothman. All right.
Mossman less hot, but still good. Go Mothman.
Okay. Leshy it is. Excellent choice. And then
Sorry,
we
I'm
have
gonna revise that. Go Mothman. Peach emoji.
one word. And then
It's one character, Julia.
And then we have the bugbear versus the banana ghost.
Ooh.
I would like to remind you
What
that
was
the
it,
only
the
reason Bugbear won is
Yeah.
because Jerf was terrible.
Yeah.
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 It does steal children. Like we voted it better than.
Yeah.
Like it's a child killer. And
Cool.
we said that's cooler than something else. So this cannot win. Why was it a banana ghost again? What was the
It
ghostly
lives
part?
under a banana,
Banana
tree.
tree.
Gambling.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say.
Oh, and it's the cool gambler guy.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Be gay. Do crimes. Win gambling. Banana ghost.
Excellent.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Banana ghost.
Great. Awesome. Loving it, gang. All right. So we're moving on to
Actually,
the next
I hate
round.
that I said that. I'm thinking about it in other contexts now, and I don't like it.
All right, so we're moving on to round 3, and the determining factor for round 3 is who is less of a fuckboy / who would be the least likely to be friends with Zeus. Wink.
Least likely to be friends with Zeus.
This is
Okay.
really great. This is gonna limit my choices, but in a way that I need to apply to
Yes.
anyone worth being my friend.
Exactly. That is why I picked it.
Yes.
What are we doing? Friendly as scripted or cool as scripted?
We're doing person least likely to be a fuckboy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Friend of Zeus, no friend of mine.
Right.
So the first one is Okubi, which, as you remember, old lady head,
Yeah, that one.
versus the porcupine.
I feel like Zeus would try to fuck the porcupine. And it wouldn't end
Or
well.
would Zeus be the porcupine trying to fuck someone else?
I just feel like giant old lady head is Zeus' worst nightmare. And therefore,
Yeah.
coolest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cryptid.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about it. Okubi going through to the semifinals.
Did you see the old lady ghost head as a
No.
Final four finalist?
Thought it was gonna be the frog sorceress, not gonna lie. All right, now we have Mothman versus Alchemist.
Who was Alphanos?
Singing Bird Lady.
Singing bird lady.
Sing Bird Lady.
Zeus does like bird ladies.
That is true.
Yeah.
Zeus does not like listening to women.
Mm.
So I do
true.
feel like that might edge out Mothman.
Oh no.
Like-
What do you think, Eric?
So it's least likely to be friends with Zeus.
Zeus might not also want another hot friend.
Yeah, exactly. Mothman can predict things.
True.
That's a huge boon.
And he'll be
for
like,
him.
Zeus, you're gonna fuck up. And Zeus will be like, I don't want to see you again.
Yeah.
Would Zeus try to befriend Alknos in order to fuck them?
Yes.
Almost certainly.
Oh yes. For
Okay.
sure. But that's not their fault.
I'm not saying it's
So-
their fault.
Uh.
We're saying, does the Alknos have good enough taste to see that coming?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very challenging.
I know, this is a tough one.
This is a tough one.
I need to go with my gut here.
Mm-hmm.
I need Alknos to win.
Okay. Bye, Mothman. Here comes Alknost. All right. Rip. And now we have Bunyip versus the Encantado.
The Encantado.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Damn. All right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great
Zeus
name.
would be friends with the Bunyip, do we think? Or just least likely to be friends with Encantado? Encantado also, like, trying to seduce people at parties.
That is true. And I think Zeus would, they'd sleep together, realize it wasn't going to work out, and then just be like buds at party situations. Also, someone who only shows up for parties is Zeus' best friend.
It's true.
Also, like with Zeus, Sky God loves this guy covered in moss.
Yeah.
So like I feel like they're not
Not
gonna
covered
be-
in moss. This is the
This one's not. Who's covered in moss?
this is the dolphin. Leshy is the one covered in
Leshy's
moss.
covered in moss.
Yes.
Okay, this is the dolphin that goes to the parties. Okay.
Party dolphin.
Party dolphin.
Party Dolphin,
Oh, I need a party dolphin shirt now. It's very good.
I think Party Dolphin would be close with Zeus.
Okay.
I think we have to
Okay.
eliminate them
So
on
we
that
have to-
criteria.
We had to go
Yeah.
with wet bulldog Bunyip.
Yep. Not a Zeus magnet.
All right, and last we have Leshy, which is the Moss Man.
Right, this is
versus Banana Ghost.
right.
Banana Ghost.
Banana Ghost? Okay.
I do think Zeus would try to exploit Banana Ghost.
Okay.
Or feel like Banana Ghost is a threatening presence to Zeus's own like hegemony and power.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have to throw out I don't want to throw out like the prompt, but like
Right.
I think Banana Ghost is just so cool.
Okay.
Like, even if I think they might be friends with Zeus, because like I feel like there's a big possibility for that.
Yeah.
I think they are cooler than I feel like they're cool enough to just slide through this one.
I will remind you that Banana Ghost really values the like relationship that you.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Great
I
with
think
them.
Zeus would try to exploit Banana Ghost once, then Banana Ghost would have the power to end Zeus once and for all.
Yes.
Which is great.
So we're gonna go with Banana Ghost
We're
for this
going with
round.
Banana Ghost.
Awesome. All
Love
right.
it.
Great job, guys. We're on to the final determining factor, or the semifinals. Who would have a better drink choice at the bar?
Ooh.
Okay,
So your first one is Okubi, floating old lady head.
Yep.
And Alkanost, bird lady sing real good.
Just gotta say, we did a great job by not picking the one that doesn't let you have sake in your house.
Yes. You eliminated first round.
So
which
like,
is impressive.
just great for this situation.
Yes.
That's true.
So big floating head against.
Bird lady.
What was her other thing other than being
she
a
sang
bird
real
lady?
good.
She sang real good.
And it makes you forget about everything.
Right, that's bad. Like a drink.
Yes. That is why I picked her.
Like that drink. Kraken.
I do feel like
Fuck that drink.
old ladies' great taste remind you about Prohibition cocktails that haven't come back around yet.
Okay, okay.
They might drink something like chartreuse on ice or something buck wild like that, and you're just like, respect, man. And I think that's great.
Okay.
I think that's great.
Chartreuse on ice for old lady?
I don't know. It's the
Or-
best
or the
drink.
lack of
Who would
memory.
have the better choice at the bar? I mean, there's this bar we used to go to after work called, the bar was called Mulligan's. And that's not important. They had a drink called the Fucker Upper, and I feel like this bird lady is gonna have a drink like that.
That's true.
Because I mean, it's exactly like her.
Right.
And it was a very good drink.
I feel like
if you had one.
Alkanost is the embodiment of absinthe.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While
Weird
Okubi
green drink.
is prohibition cocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just like house red wine,
Okay.
which is fine. But
Like
it's
from
not...
a jug.
Right. Yeah.
Definitely a jug. Oh,
She might
yeah.
also just order a pitcher of wine,
Okay.
which is
Yeah.
a power move that I really respect.
So are we saying pitcher of wine or absinthe?
I think it's got to be the make 'em forget drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
we'll go with
right.
that one.
Alkanost. Someone loved that. All right, cool. And now we have the bunyip.
Not
Yeah,
gonna be
Billabong.
good.
No.
Or banana ghost.
But that goes clearly high roller.
Yeah.
Gets a good drink every time they go. Here's a
Top
pro tip
shelf,
for the
baby.
first time you go to a casino, or every time afterwards. You just walk up to the bar, put $20 in that virtual machine. They bring you a drink for free. Just for,
They do.
You just play slowly, or you play fast and lose all your money, or win a bunch of money. And then as soon as you got that drink, you just leave. Just run away. Free drink.
But if you're with Banana Ghost, don't have to. Whatever
Exactly.
whatever you need is at your disposal.
What kind of drink would bunyip be drinking though? Is it just like whatever the Australian equivalent to Natty Light is? Yeah.
No, I'm imagining like some real high proof homebrew whiskey.
Okay.
Like some
Concerning.
swamp whiskey.
Some bush
Like
moonshine.
something,
Yeah, I was gonna say
something-
Australian
yeah.
moonshine.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Something like
Yeah.
real dangerous.
Okay.
I do once in my life want to be offered moonshine from someone's house though. That's a real goal of mine.
Don't want that.
I literally give you homemade limoncello every
It's not
year.
moonshine, it's delicious lemon
It's
tears.
just lemon moonshine.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Banana Ghost definitely has
Yeah.
the best drink.
Okay, so we have our final two.
Yeah.
It is Alkanost singing Sad Bird versus Banana Ghost. Hopefully you do the ritual right and get
Yeah.
lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you die.
Listen,
One of those.
Life is a highway. I'm gonna ride it all night long, Julia.
Okay.
That's what I always say.
All right.
What we said in the car last night.
We had a bad Uber driver last night.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby.
Thought I was gonna die on the 105. Is that a highway here?
Yeah.
405. Look for it.
There you go.
We were
While,
on-
while Frank Sinatra played.
but,
That was fun.
but we were on the 101.
Yeah. Okay. So, which one, gang?
I mean, it's Banana Ghost. This guy seems awesome.
Yes.
Because here's the thing about Banana Ghost. You don't have to do the terrible life or death bet.
Okay.
You could
Yeah,
just hang
exactly.
out with this guy.
Okay.
And this guy's like he's like a cool bookie, but he's not your bookie. Like
He's collecting someone else's money.
yeah, exactly. So like he's like as long as you like hang out with him, you're in his inner circle. He's probably like hanging out with cool people. He's probably breaking someone's legs occasionally as well, which isn't as cool.
But outside, not where you are.
Exactly. You don't need to be involved with that
No.
stuff. Yeah, I just think he gets up to some fun stuff. He's gonna take you on some fun trips. And you treat him well, he'll treat you well. Maybe
you know what?
maybe he gives you a good scratch-off ticket when you're at the bodega together.
Yeah. Or just like covers your drinks occasionally.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, thanks, bud. You know what? I think the coolest thing of all is being a really thoughtful and lovely friend to
Yeah.
your friends. And I think Banana Ghost really appreciates a friend who doesn't need anything from them except friendship.
Yeah. Can we say Banana Ghost's actual name again? Just so it sounds like
It's-
Banana Ghost.
Ba Xiao Guai.
It's really good.
Very cool guy. I like him.
It's a woman.
I like
Very cool woman. Very cool ghost.
Cool ghost.
I would hang out with this ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Banana Ghost.
A+.
All right. And our winner for coolest cryptid is Banana Ghost.
Banana Ghost!
Banana Ghost.
Genuinely not how I saw this going, but I'm really happy with the result.
What were the biggest upsets?
I really thought Takayashi Hime was gonna get further.
Yeah.
We
Fair.
did a whole
you guys
episode about
eliminate-
them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who got eliminated early on.
I mean,
that
I'm sorry
was
to leave Bigfoot in
surprised.
round one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sorry, bud.
I thought you guys would have been more into the drunk leprechaun, but no.
I was extremely compelled by Box Grater Ghost.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
be
glad.
telling up about them later.
All right, excellent. Well,
Yeah.
that is Coolest Cryptid, y'all. Thank you for playing with us.
Thanks again to our sponsors. In the DoorDash app, you can get $5 off your first order of $15 or more with the code CREEPY. At betterhelp.com/spirits, you can get 10% off your first month of free, secure online counseling. And at honeybook.com/spirits, you can get half off your first year of this business management platform. Spirits was created by Amanda McLaughlin, Julia Shafini, and Eric Schneider, with music by Kevin MacLeod and visual design by Allison Wakeman.
Keep up with all things creepy and cool by following us at Spirits Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr. We also have all of our episode transcripts, guest appearances, and merch on our website, as well as a form to send us your urban legends at spiritspodcast.com.
Join our member community on Patreon, patreon.com/spiritspodcast, for all kinds of behind-the-scenes stuff. Just $1 gets you access to audio extras with so much more available too. Recipe cards, director's commentaries, exclusive merch, and real physical gifts.
We are a founding member of Multitude, a collective of independent audio professionals. If you like Spirits, you will love the other shows that live on our website at multitude.productions.
And above all else, if you liked what you heard today, please share us with your friends. That is the very best way to help us keep on growing.
Thank you so much for listening. Till next time.